Today's conversation is very special because it reflects something that we truly cherish: the power of a parent's first experience with us. Hi, today I have with us Miss Upasana Bahuguna, who is the mother of Samrat. Recently, you have joined us, ma'am, and Samrat, we all met during our Manopan play dates. If at all I have to ask you, what was the first impression of Punya? What did it be?
So we met at the Halloween playdate, and the first impression of Punya was the moment we entered the campus. I felt so at ease. I felt this warmth, not just of the campus, but overall, the faculty, the teachers, from the didis. And I saw Samrat just running towards the swings, the open space you have, and actually exploring without hesitation, even though we'd come for the very first time. So I think it's the way it has been designed also. Like you have your amphitheater and you have your corridors. And like for me personally, everything just sort of flowed.
Yeah,
And
it came like natural.
yes, it came very naturally. And I think the people who are here, the Punya family sort of just complemented that flow. So for me, it was like just check, check, check. And I was telling my sister, I think maybe this could be a place that, Samrat would love to come. And I think, yes, I would want to enroll Samrat. So after that, I was actually quite intrigued.
Right.
And
Did you have it in your mind that you're looking for a school, or you just came in for a
not
play?
really, because previously Samrat has been going to school since pre-nursery, and it's just after LKG I decided to homeschool him because I was not very happy with the whole idea of schooling and how it's been taken forward.
Right.
Because there are a few schools which are Montessori, but I just feel that they're not really following it.
Not doing justice.
They're not doing justice to it because the whole concept of Montessori was started by Madame Maria Montessori. And it was so different. It is actually because, see, nowadays when I see children, to be honest, I feel that common sense is not common anymore.
Children and adults.
And adults, yes. So, we're very mindful about,
Right.
the kind of upbringing we give to Samrat and how we are at home. So I remember when he started understanding a few things, we actually got the nameplate changed and we told Samrat, see, look, your name is also there. So this is your house. And similarly, when I see him coming to school, he feels a sense of belonging.
Right.
And this is the first time I think he's just entered the campus and he actually goes to his class without anybody directing him or telling him where to go. Otherwise, generally the norm is, there is someone welcoming you or just helping, assisting the child.
Guiding through
Either the ma'am or the didis. And the child is always told, acha, ye bag idhar rakho, ye bottle idhar rakho, aise karo. But at Punya, I noticed that, you actually just give a little direction,
Yeah.
little space to the child, and you actually just wait and let the child just be.
No, what happens
And
is,
just
yeah,
like sort of just blossom. And but at the same time, I have seen that the teachers, they're very mindful, they're very aware
yeah.
of where the child is going, how to inculcate certain habits.
So we have to give space to the kids, whether it's coming by themselves, coming to the class, knowing where they belong, because that gives them a sense of ownership, as you rightly said. And also, it makes them independent, which we truly want here. So, we want kids to be independent learners. We want them to learn at their own pace. That is what we have been saying again and again, that they shouldn't be rushed into what other kid is doing,
Yes.
or up to the standards that we have made. Because every child is different and we cannot ask a bird to swim. It does not work like that. So, here what we do is measure what the child wants, what the child needs, where the gap is, and then try and map that accordingly. That makes the difference. And when we say Montessori, as you rightly said, that Madame Montessori started it, but now it's just a name at many places.
Yes.
We don't want it to be just a name. We want it to be truly used because the techniques that are there are so good for the kids. They help them develop so many skills. And it's just not Montessori, even the nature based approach that we used here, being around nature, being in an open environment. The corridors are easy to use. That's why he's able to direct it.
Yes.
Places are easy to map out. So there are no unnecessary complications or unnecessary objects placed. We've kept it minimal for that particular reason.
And you have lovely sunlight, which is
Yeah.
in every
Your
corridor. Yeah, it's the best part.
Yeah. Outdoors are magical here. So even if you saw early in the morning, we were doing an assembly out in the sun, and that's the daily routine. They'll do yoga, they'll do meditation, they'll do.
And I'm sorry, I have to pass you on that. I remember in the beginning, when we came and we wanted to inquire about the admission, and you said that, there are a lot of different activities we do every day. And I thought that, generally that's what schools say. And okay, again, for let's sake, let's see, how this is. But I actually saw that you do different activities every day. And because, at one point, and like what I noticed was Samrat didn't want to pick up the pencil. And every time you want to teach him, he would just, start crying, or
Right.
he wants to go out to play, because I think there's very less play time that kids are getting nowadays. So, but then I noticed that, ever since he started coming to Punya, he loves going outside. So, that I think that satisfaction of really having played and explored is there. Apart from that, also learning new things at the same time, so because he's very happy exploring and learning new things, it's actually the experiential way of doing things.
True, that's the pure way of doing it.
So he is curious and he wants to learn. And now if I open a book in front of him, he would want to, just flip through different exercises. So he got homework yesterday. He only had to do, I think, 2 pages, which was just matching or something. He actually flipped the pages and he started doing pura backward counting ke saath, and all of those things.
Beautiful, really nice. And he's enjoying what he's enjoying what he's, because now he's at his own comfort level. He knows what he's doing and where he wants to be.
Yes.
So it's not that we are pushing him ki karo karo.
No,
It
not
does
at
not
all.
work like that.
Yes, yes.
For kids, I think that's the most important aspect. For you as a mother, I have to ask, because you spend a lot of time with him, doing different n number of things, and you have dedicated your whole day, I would say, to him. What difference does it make that the school is there to support you?
Yes, that also, because I think it's a partnership we have. So if there is an open communication, if there's an understanding between the parent and the school,
Yeah.
together, then we can really make a difference. Because to say that only the school is going to do everything, that's not fair. And parents also, expecting that, we are sending our children to school, so they should be in a certain way. It doesn't work out like that. So I felt Punya has been very open, and we've always had the clear communication. And since it's very new for us, I know I have so many doubts, and I talk to you so many times, ma'am. But you've been so nice about it, even the class teacher, overall, everything.
Yeah.
It's so, you feel so much at ease that I don't have to think twice before asking anything, or, inquiring about anything. I think that's so nice.
Yeah. Because we want to keep it open, we want to keep it transparent. Hand in hand, like I said to you earlier also, hand in hand, we can make the progress of the child do wonders. And otherwise, it does not work. If we are not together in sync, parent and the school, then it does not work. If we are in sync and we know where we want to go, we know where we want to lead the child, then it works beautifully. What's the one giveaway, one topmost thing that you would say that really struck you and made you take the decision, no, this is the school that I want? Because I remember you came in a few times, then your parents also came in.
Yes.
So I think you were all in the decision making process at that time. Karna hai, nahi karna hai. Is it all too good to be true? Kind of. This is what I felt. I'm being honest here. But I know, and as a parent, you have to check, you have to be sure, because it's matter of your child, and that's of utmost importance. So what was that one thing that made you take that decision?
I think also because I feel that now I've seen so many schools. So, you do understand, you do get a vibe of the place, you get a feel of how things would work out. So, after coming here for a couple of times, and a few times I would just come, kind of unannounced also,
Yeah.
just as a, just wanting to know really if, things are working out like that. So, I felt that the way you described Punya, and what I felt about the school was very right from the very beginning that way. And again, it really aligned with what we believe in. I felt the teachers are very mindful over here, like we are at home. So every child is actually treated with that kind of respect and given that space, which is very rare, because people think बच्चे हैं तो इनको नहीं पता होगा, बच्चों को बोलते अच्छा you come here, you do this.
That's the biggest misconception.
But over here, I've seen every child has their own personality. Every child is a different being. And I just love that fact. So for me, that was like, okay, I think Samrat, I'm going to send Samrat to Punya. And I had no intention of enrolling him in a school because I wanted to homeschool him.
Right.
So I was very clear that I'm going to homeschool Samrat for a few years and put him in a lot of activities, because he goes for horse riding, he goes for art class, he goes for different, hobbies and activities.
That's brilliant.
because I thought that's how he's going to socialize. He'll go out there and I'll teach him.
Yeah. And engaging in different hobbies also opens them up in a different manner.
Because I didn't want him to be, cooped up at home only, cooked up at home, sorry, with the homeschooling. I wanted him to still grow, in different aspects. But now, having seen Punya, I thought this is like wonderful. Because, at least if a parent like me who can decide to homeschool their child,
Right.
I was very thorough and I was very sure that I'm going to send Samrat to Punya. So,
As we were speaking in initial ages, I got the understanding that yes, you are deeply involved into his education system, and you want a certain type of environment for him, and that's how I think it all gelled up because you found that environment here.
yes.
Coming to post admission now, when Samrat joined in, I actually noticed him to be more happy and happy with each passing day. I noticed one day while I was in the class that he was calling Isha ma'am mama. I was like, oh, that is so sweet. That melted my heart because I was like, that is what we want for the children. For them to know that yes, ma'am can be moms too. And for the teachers, I have to compliment them as well because they put in so much of their heart out there
Yes.
that the children can relate to them. So at this level, I have always said that teachers are like second mothers, especially to the young ones, because after mothers, they are the ones whom they listen to truly and they look up to. So, how was it for you?
No, absolutely. I would agree to that because, a child being able to relate to his teacher in that way, it shows how wonderful the teacher is with the child. Because it's very rare. Children are generally scared of class teachers.
Yeah.
And I remember while growing up, I used to be very scared. I don't think I could, freely go to my teacher and even tell her if we wanted to go to the washroom, we would think and then maybe raise our hands and say, ma'am, can I? Or. But
I think it's still happening in many places. Yes, it is still happening in many places.
So, and I didn't want my, son to, I mean, it was right at that point of time, maybe, but not today. Today, I feel a child needs to be able to express themselves freely, have an opinion, and have a viewpoint about things. That's how, they will be able to be more responsible, I think, when they grow up. So,
We
the
want them
class
to be
teacher-
confident, right? We
Yeah.
cannot suppress them and ask them to be confident at the same time. It does not work. And kids of this age, this era, they need more openness. They need more freedom. They need to belong to that place, like I've always said.
Yes, absolutely. And he feels at home. I think this is a second home because the way I see him exploring places, because generally with the child, if you go to a place for the first time, you're a little apprehensive. You won't feel so free
Yeah.
and at ease. But I've noticed that, even though it's very new for Samrat, but he explores the campus like he's, known the place, and he'll go to the trampoline or he'll go to the swings or he'll go to that, you have a specific area where you have those kind of hurdles.
Right.
So he'll go and explore that. Then he'll go running to the amphitheater and
He owns the place.
yes,
And that's what all of my kids are. They own the place. Yesterday also, there was a child who was playing. And the mother was after her, like, let's go home, let's go home. She literally begged the child to go home, but she was not ready to budge till the time she was ready to go home. So that's the happiness that the
I
kids
could relate to that.
but that makes us happy because the purpose that Punya stands for, kids to be happy, then we actually see it happening. And it all dwells upon the fact that yes, we are doing the right thing. Yes, we have created the warmth and love for the kids here for them to be able to accept the place as their own. And I think Samrat has truly accepted it. I see him happy. Even yesterday during an outdoor event, he was absolutely
Oh, yeah. I saw the video.
excited, I would say, so happy.
And I saw how all the kids, they just held on to the trolley
Yeah.
and they were just exploring the mart like, it's their own space and they're going and seeing different products. They're putting something in the cart and they just
They
run
wanted
along.
to shop the whole mart.
Yeah, yeah.
The cart was full, not just learning life skills, but then they also learned, okay, we have taken this by mistake. Now we have to keep it back as well. So placements and then understanding the concept of technology, that's what they were truly there for, of how tech works around.
Yes, the scanners. So we have a small, shopping mart at home also. Where he has a scanner. So when he actually came back, he was scanning a few items, like cookie boxes and
How
amazing. Yeah. So he got me a calculator. He got the scanner. So he started scanning those products, and then after that, he started scanning my bag.
Beautiful. Then he applied his learning at home, and that solves everything. Beautiful. Great.
And can I just add one more thing? I really like the fact that your student to teacher ratio
Hmm.
is really good. I mean, in the sense that every child is given that importance and attention in class, which is, I think, very essential.
And we'll not,
And they don't feel neglected,
yeah.
That's the best part.
And we'll keep it that way. That's a promise that we have to make to the society, to everyone out there, because then only we can give them the quality that we want. If we crowd the classes, then it does not work.
Because then, they start feeling, I think, conscious, maybe. Because when it's too many kids also, then there's, I think a lot of, because the kids right now, they're so used to free space, open space where they can really explore. And when there's so many children, I understand it's not possible for the teacher also to give that one-on-one, to children.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think
So that's something that our curriculum actually rejects, absolutely rejects. We have a certain number of students in a class, and we want to and we will keep it that way only, because the curriculum has been designed for that group of children in one section. If we have to have another level, then it's also that number in another section. We cannot have too many kids in one class. It does not work. Teachers have been trained in that manner. The whole system has been developed in that manner. So, everything has been intertwined.
yes, you have a good synergy going on.
Yeah. So we cannot mess it up at any point of time.
And another thing is also, I think, the fact that you have a vision for the school, that even though your school is still second and now grade third and fourth will, soon come, but you have a vision, and, the school will go
Yeah.
to higher classes. So I think that is another thing that also, uh, brought my attention, that it's not just a, short-term thing. You're actually thinking about it in the long run. So I really appreciate
We have elaborative plans for the school, and I'm sure with support of parents like you, we'll make it happen 100%.
No, we're absolutely going to be here.
So, if we have to close this conversation and you have to say one thing that really struck you about Punya, what would it be?
Wow, I'm trying to think.
Please
I'm
think
trying to get words.
take your time.
I think a safe space for your child, which is so important, and that trust, because it's not easy for, I think, parents nowadays also to, trust the school in that particular way, especially when you're coming to a school which is, very few children are there,
Yeah.
and your child has more attention, focused attention, and, and given that opportunity to really explore different things. So I think that trust factor is so important, and I feel very, I trust actually Punya that way. And I feel this is a safe space for my child, which is so important. Because in other schools, even though the campus is big, I don't know if the child or even the parent will feel that safe, because nowadays, so many things are happening. So I think that ways it's a safe space, and the outlook and approach towards anything is so good. I think it's beautiful, very open about things, very approachable. These things, I mean, for any parent, if you're even considering Punya, I would say that you can really, I mean, you can go for it, or at least come and have a look at the campus, or come for demo classes, because we came for a couple of demo classes. First, I came. Before the demo class, I came. Then my parents also came. And then I got Samrat. Then we started the demo classes. So it was very thorough. And I would want to say, and I kept on procrastinating also, because I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I was apprehensive. But I would say that if anybody is considering Punya, any parent, you must come. And the sooner the better, because, I mean, it's such a wonderful campus. Why wouldn't you want to enroll your child and let your child have fun and, make the most of it?
Learn the best.
I wish I knew Punya before. I mean, I would have enrolled Samrat way before.
Never too late. We are here now.
No, and I really mean it. I really so much. I just, I don't know if I've really, concised or, spoken about a few words about Punya.
Right.
But I think this is what I have to say,
Brilliant. That is brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything that you have said. Thank you for trusting us. That is the foremost. Because I know that you were sure of doing homeschooling for your child, and still you made this decision after all the demos that you have just mentioned. But that only empowers us to do better. And that makes us confident that we are on the right path. So thank you. Thank you for
No,
coming.
but I have to thank you also, ma'am, and for making us feel so comfortable, and for being so approachable, and explaining us the whole process, what Punya is about. And I mean, you are there, ma'am, and the principal ma'am is there. Then you have your academic head, Mrs. Mathur. Ma'am has also been, just so wonderful because I was a parent who was also pro CBSE. So I was, yes, I was a little apprehensive कि CBSE नहीं है school तो ICSE या Cambridge होगा so it'll be very bookish and it'll be too much theory for Samrat because I had a CBSE school in Delhi and a few of my friends had ICSE. So of course everybody has their own opinion, but I wanted my son to go to a CBSE school. So actually, when I spoke to ma'am, your academic head, yes. So ma'am explained me the reason why you don't have CBSE, and it was justified. So I think as long as again, we have an open conversation, there are certain concerns I have, and you're able to explain that, or at least we're able to have a discussion about it. True, it made sense, So I said no, okay, this is good. Doing yes, this is doable.
Good that we were able to convince you. And also, I think CBSE or ICSE, it's the learning that the child is getting
Yes.
here that matters, because different boards have different concepts and the way that is being taught is the main difference. Okay, so you're creating an experiential way in everything, whether it's health checkup happening today or a visit that happened yesterday or any other particular
Or
activity.
you're that taekwondo,
Yeah, and
or sometimes it's yoga, and I saw Samrat is sitting for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, all kids in the mat.
even that on maths, do you remember? We had this lady from Argentina who did yoga
And
Venezuela.
Venezuela, she was, I
Yeah.
think, Tara from
Yeah.
Venezuela, I
So
remember.
she did a 30-minute session, and I think it was Samrat's first or second day.
Yes, it was one of those demos.
Yeah, and he enjoyed it so much. The first day he was not into it. The second day he saw all of his friends are there, and he started doing it. Even made all the sounds, which made us happy. That's like, okay, he's trying it out. So different things always happen here. We always try to expose kids as much as we can because we cannot limit them. We cannot confine them. This is learning beyond walls.
Yes, and you don't have any age bracket ki itne hi matlab, this is the age, so we should not give them exposure to this or that. You're very
No.
open.
We actually promote
Yes.
more exposure. So jitna hum de pai. Even this lady from Argentina.
And that's what I love about
Yeah.
about the soup.
She was like, "Ki, we cannot have younger kids." I said, you give it a try. My kids are very smart. That's how I've been approaching.
And Samrat is coming home and he's singing Sari Gama Padha Nisa, and I'm like, wow.
See, that's the impact that it creates. Even people as trainers or someone is sometimes apprehensive of coming and speaking to the young kids. But once they do, they also understand, no, they are not.
They understand.
They understand everything. It's just that we as adults think that they cannot.
Yes.
So we have to stop.
We underestimate.
Yeah, we
But they're very smart. I think they pick up things like this,
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. So thank you again. And thanks for coming here. I hope we'll speak soon again. And I am sure that Samrat's journey here is going to be absolutely beautiful and he'll grow into the wonderful being that you have always wished for.
Thank you so much.
Hearing a parent speak from fresh experience is really powerful. And we are thankful for Samrat's mother sharing her journey with us. Thank you.